Very unique ground.
Shoppers are loading up on candy for those Halloween parties and trick-or-treaters this Thursday, and chocolate is always a huge favorite. Today, we've got some fancy options on the table with chocolatier Brad Yater. He's written a book on the subject, Chocolate-Covered Money. And Brad Yater joins me now, and he's brought in some sweet treats, which we never oppose sweet treats, so thank you so much, Brad. First off, give me an idea of your history with chocolate. You've worked at some of the top chocolate spots there are.
Absolutely. I've managed 3 brands, Godiva, Leonidas, and KC Chocolatier. And many viewers have probably been buying chocolate in a mall near them.
Yes, yes, and they're all Belgium chocolate.
Yeah, I specialize in chocolates made in Belgium. There's a heritage to that.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. They were the first?
Yes, the Belgians claim that they invented the filled praline, which is the chocolate that's molded and has a fancy identifiable shape so that when you bite into it, you know what the filling is going to be.
But in your opinion, because you have literally written a book on chocolate, what makes the best chocolate?
I think it's about using really high quality ingredients. Cocoa beans have to be sourced from someplace with great soil. It's an agricultural product. And then it's about the technique and the finesse. You want the chocolate to be very smooth and creamy and melt in your mouth. And then everybody has their favorite fillings.
Yes, yes we do. Yes, we do. Tell me what prompted you to write a book about chocolate?
I wanted the world to know the joy of working in the chocolate business. It's a very uplifting, positive business. It brings happiness to people. And here we are at Halloween, and children give a lot of gifts at the holiday. That's why some of the packaging is, reflective of the orange and black.
Yes, yes. No, I have to say, sometimes I'll have chocolate and it feels almost a little waxy on there. What causes that?
Some manufacturers do use a little bit of paraffin to get the mold to pop the chocolate piece out, and a lot of the factories that are automated, yes. We use 100% all natural ingredients, which is a really big trend here in Los Angeles. California shoppers tend to want sustainable chocolate, a lot of organic chocolate, fair trade chocolate. And so we also use all recycled packaging ingredients.
Okay. Now, I've heard people say that white chocolate really isn't chocolate. Is white chocolate really chocolate?
All right, so that's the number one question I've gotten over the years. White chocolate is pure cocoa fat. So it's the cocoa bean that's rendered. You take 100% cocoa fat, then you add vanilla and sugar, and that is white chocolate. Believe it or not, at Godiva we had a sugar-free white chocolate too.
Oh, really?
So white chocolate, if you're allergic to chocolate, you can't really have it.
Okay, even if it's white chocolate. Okay.
That's right.
Tell me about, I'm sure you've compared all the competition over the years. What's your pet peeve that people do to chocolate that makes it really not as good?
Well, I've tasted probably every brand of chocolate there is in my world travels. And what I think is really shocking is when you bite into a chocolate, and there's a surprise. I had chocolate-covered ants in Japan once. Yes, chocolate. There's strange ingredients that some of these other cultures really enjoy and appreciate, but I like to stick to the basics. I think maybe caramels, nuts, mint, vanilla.
Yes.
I personally love a vanilla buttercream.
Oh, okay. Tell me a little bit about what you brought here.
On the silver tray, there's solid dark chocolate. That's a really good cooking and baking chocolate for people who want to make chocolate chip cookies or chocolate strawberries or chocolate fondue. And then in the center on this big box that we have an example of, there are chocolates for gift giving, and those come in the standard quarter-pound, half-pound, one-pound box, and people can come into the stores and choose their favorites, or the boxes come already packed. And then, of course, truffles have taken on a life of their own. I mean, the fourth quarter is when people who only go to the mall once a year say, I want some truffles. Those are the really decadent, sinful ganache fillings with the dark chocolate center. Although, I gotta tell you, some brands are doing a great job with milk chocolate truffles now.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the difference between what makes it, turn from milk chocolate to dark chocolate. What do you have to do to make the difference?
All right. When you make chocolate with a dark chocolate bean and it's ground in the factory and becomes very smooth, and then you slowly add milk if you can perfect the technique without getting the chocolate to render and become stiff. You'll get a really velvety, smooth melt in the mouth. Milk chocolate, and then 1 in a million manufacturers can actually grind in roasted hazelnut, and it becomes praline, which is a word you'll hear in Europe for gianduja. It's milk chocolate with nuts, and it's like a paste. It's almost, you could spread it on toast.
Well, you have the sweetest job out there. Thank you so
thank
much
you. Happy
for
Halloween.
joining us. Thank you so much. And again, Brad Yater's new book is Chocolate Covered Money, and you can find more information by going to our website, kcalnews.com, and clicking Seen on TV.